talk to Mayor Francis Zamora of San Juan City. Mayor, good morning.
Yes, good morning, Ria, and thanks for having me again on CNN.
Always a pleasure to have you here on Newday. Now, it's day 3 of the MECQ Flex. How are you making sure that protocols are being strictly followed as more businesses reopen?
Yes, actually, I was just on the phone with Secretary Mon Lopez last night, and I was asking for the official memos, guidelines regarding the implementation, because actually we started the MECQ Flex on a Labor Day, which was a holiday. So we will really feel the effect in the coming days. So the 10% indoor dining is something that we will have to prepare. And the 50% al fresco dining is something that has been done already. So also the beauty salons, beauty parlors, barbershops, and nail spas will now be allowed to operate at 30% capacity. So we also have to make sure that our Business Permits and Licensing Office and Task Force Disciplina goes around the malls and commercial establishments to be able to monitor compliance to the new guidelines for MECQ Flex.
Right. Now, I know this is a hard question to answer precisely because this virus and this pandemic is so unpredictable, but do you think that protocols should or could be further eased after 2 weeks?
We will really have to see the rate of decline of the number of active cases. Now, looking at San Juan, last April 14, we reached our highest, which was at 1,226. As of yesterday, May 2, we are down just to 668. So we are seeing the steady decline. In fact, we are optimistic that in the coming days, the number of active cases will go down even further. So again, what we do is we assess every 2 weeks. The Metro Manila Council usually meets a few days before the current quarantine status lapses. So it all depends on the numbers that we will see. So we always have to make decisions based on statistics.
So, Mayor, if, let's say, we can ease restrictions somewhat after 2 weeks, what businesses do you think should follow and be able to reopen?
Well, it doesn't really mean that all other businesses will open. What it means really is you can increase the operational capacity, meaning, for instance, indoor dining can further be increased. The al fresco from 50% may possibly be increased. And one thing that has been discussed, which we're also still awaiting for guidance, is the Safety Seal certification program. And this will really ensure the compliance of businesses to minimum health standards for the safe reopening of the economy. So remember, during GCQ, there were establishments allowed to open, but were disallowed now under MECQ. And it's possible that after 2 weeks, some of these will be further allowed again, because MECQ Flex is right in between, more or less, the MECQ and GCQ. So I'm sure the businesses are also excited to open, but at the end of the day, it's the compliance to all minimum health standards. If they can adjust their businesses, for instance, the logistical requirements to ensure further safety of our clients and customers, then I believe the economy can continue to open for as long as all minimum health standards are followed.
Right, Mayor, I also want to touch on vaccines. I know you're very proud of your vaccination rollout in San Juan. Can you tell us how that's going and if your city would consider house-to-house vaccinations for the elderly and disabled?
Well, first of all, we have vaccinated more than 10,000 San Juaneños since our rollout started. Again, we are very dependent on the vaccine supply that we have. So we currently have about 5,000 doses with us, around 2,000 for first dose and around 3,000 for the second dose. And the national government allocates to all the local governments. So we make do with what we have, and we adjust our schedules also based on the supplies on hand. And of course, at the end of the day, again, the vaccine will be the game changer in our battle against COVID. So if we're able to vaccinate majority of our constituents at the shortest possible time, then this will really help us go back to normal.
So would this include house-to-house vaccinations for those who can't get out of their homes?
Oh, sorry, I wasn't able to answer that question. What we are doing now for those who are bedridden is we do house visits. And we have to make sure first that those who will get vaccinated in their homes are only those who cannot physically leave their houses. So right now we are starting with those who are bedridden. But just in case there will be some other patients whom, upon our assessment, are determined physically incapable of leaving, we can always do that. But we encourage everyone to really have themselves vaccinated in our main vaccination center, which is not hard to go to. San Juan is only very small, so the distance is not a problem. And this is because in our main vaccination center, our doctors and nurses are there, our observation area, our refrigerators, our vital signs area. So everything is logistically prepared there. It is a very big venue. It's a 4,000-seater indoor stadium. It's air-conditioned. Social distancing is maintained, and we operate using a 100 person per hour scheduling. So everything is laid out properly, and modesty aside, we have been receiving good feedback regarding our vaccination program here in San Juan.
All right. It certainly looks very organized there from the video that we are showing. Thank you so much for your time this morning, San Juan Mayor Francis Zamora.